Yo, we are back with another one. Um, I just got off work. I'm about to whip me up a little Impossible Burger, a little semi. We doing something a little different. I'm not outside. I'm back in the crib in the abode, and we got a two-part today. The title is gonna be "I Got My Spark Back," and I think I might put in parentheses, "I had to fight for it." And this kind of jumps off a conversation or two different conversations I was having at work. One is um, well, the first thing is just feeling real excitement for just a newfound energy that I've got going on right now. And when I say I got my spark back, I'm really excited about this artwork that I've been working on. It's been a minute since I really tapped in my art bag. So I've just been kind of experimenting, doing some little abstract, real colorful stuff. My girl bought me some new paint markers. So I feel really good about that. It's been a minute since I really just experimented and had fun doing that. And the two part is I had to fight for it. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm trying to start. Let me get this. I just got off work. I was kind of. You ever just had like an intense argument with somebody? Or a conversation with somebody? Goddamn. Conversation with somebody, but it's not arguing, but it feels like it is. It's like mental sparring back and forth. And I was talking to my homie about being in the same exact place you are and not doing anything about it. And that's the fighting for your spark. It's really easy to have motion and have things feeling great, in a set amount of time. But if you're not fighting to get back to that peace or fighting to get back to that blessing or whatever it is that you want, what's the point? And we're kind of going back and forth. And I was talking to another coworker about how, you got to fight for the shit you want. It's really easy to complain. And I actually get tired of hearing people complain about not having this or not being able to do this or like the world's holding them down. When really, a lot of times it's us. It's ourselves that are preventing ourselves from getting up, climbing up, and doing something. And I don't know, man. Like I kind of pair that with I got my spark back too. Man, I had to fight to get my spark back, bro. Like I feel okay. For context, I just got a job offer today, a management position, and I'm gonna use that as an example. My district manager came in today. The big dog came in and put me into the office, sat me down, and said, "Hey, man, I'd like to offer you this job position. It's gonna be at a different store. You're gonna be a manager over 3 different departments doing X, Y, Z." I had to fight to get them to even see me. Like, and I had to work. I had to feel like I was losing it to get them to come around and say like, "Wow, no, I see your effort." It's real easy to just feel comforted in whatever little cozy up hole that you put yourself in, and just say like, "Oh yeah, I'm the shit right here." Wait till somebody sees that effort or comes around and gives you that title, and then it feels different. I don't know. I relate that to like, man, that gave me a spark getting that offer, but I had to fight to get that spark to get that those eyes on me to recognize my value. It's good to have your own self value, but man, you gotta fight to get other people to see that shit, man, to take it serious, And if you don't, then what's the point? If you're not really fighting, then okay, you can tell yourself something, but if there's no feedback loop, if there's nobody else coming to confirm and agree or give you the accolades or the gift that comes on the other side of that fight, then what the fuck are we talking about? Anyways, to my homie, I'm going back and forth with him about trying to get a place. And I'm just telling him like, hey, if you put the same intensity of trying to get this spot as some of the other bullshit that, and I'm calling it bullshit, just being hyperbolic, this is my dog. But if you put that same intensity to that versus some other bullshit that I know that you on, you will have a place. We started at the same exact point, not having cribs, not having kind of this direction. And I'm 6 months into the year doing my thing. And I'm looking at him like, hey, man, I want you to be here too. And I think he kind of felt that intensity as like, oh, I'm not doing shit. Those were his words. Mine is, hey, let's crank that intensity up and let's fight for it. Don't just sit and tell me like, oh, man, what I was or what I want to be on. I don't want to be in here all the time. Neither do I. But I'm fighting to get something. And in the process of getting something and fighting, I'm getting my spark back. So I say my spark is my energy, my they call it zeal, my lust for life, you know, my excitement for the day-to-day things, the things I want to do, like my artwork I just showed y'all. I'm about to go on a trip with my girl and just have a cool little weekend. So it's like I'm fighting to get that stuff back, but it's not just given to me, you know. And I think it was just really hitting me that like, yo, it's insulting for someone who is doing the work and is putting forth the effort to see people who aren't complain about where they are. Like, man, you're not doing half of what I'm doing to feel like, oh, I'm owed this, or man, I should have been already. Yeah. And you should want great things, but you also have to fight for that shit. It can't just be your spark. It can't just be you just a cool guy, you just mysterious, and you got this kind of a different way to think. That's cool. Where's the fight? I don't know. I told my friend, man, I'm real hyped up off that conversation because, you know, sometimes it really is like it's a verbal sparring back and forth with somebody who's so set in how they think, and I'm another person who's very, very set in how I think, where my whole thing is you got to change yourself to get some change, you know. You got to do some different things, you know. It's a quote. It's like to see things change, you got to change the way you look at things, or it's something along the lines where, but you got to, you know. And it kind of goes in my other video, you got to do the work. But yeah, man, like that spark, you know, we all want to be seen as the guy or the girl, or you just have it all together. Bro, you gotta bust your ass, man. I had to fight to just get seen by these people to put me in this new position. And I'm not even gonna take the spot because I have a laser focus on something else. But it's just the fact that they seeing it, that just gave me another spark of like, okay, all right, they're seeing the effort. Now I can convert that and point that towards what I want. You know, we gonna do that. And the spark of getting my artwork back, that's making me feel good. But I didn't even feel comfortable to get back into my art until I felt the stability and the security that I've been building up for myself, having my house, having all my little animal babies set up, having my girl set up, you know, having all these things. Oh, speaking of, I got my spark back, I just got up with my boy Chris. He about to make he's about to fix my bike up again. We about to get back on the road. I'm about to get cut up and get cycling again, you know, get my spark back. But I didn't even feel comfortable doing that because I've been so focused, so dialed in, totally cracked out, locked in. But I had to fight to get this shit back. All the things that I want, all the things that make me cool and feel good. When I say make me cool, make me like me more, I had to fight to get them back because I could just sit around and do them at the cost of never growing or never progressing. I would have a lot more artwork in here, but shit, it wouldn't even be in here. I would just have it in a tote somewhere, you know, who knows where. You know, I would have a whole lot, I might have a whole lot of superficial friends, but I wouldn't have any money in my account. You know, like there's a fight that you have to put up to get that spark. And I just want to encourage my siblings that, yo, fight for your spark, man. Like, people still think you cool. People still will like you. But you got to fight for yours, man. Like, don't just settle. It's really easy to just settle. Like, oh, some people think I'm cool. Some people like me. I'm comfortable where I'm at. Nah, fight a little bit, you know? And I told my homie, like, yo, you got to get busy hearing the words no from people so you can find the yes. But you're so stuck on how a couple situations have gone that you don't try anything. You know, you're okay with just telling yourself the same thing. And what I didn't want to say is, I think part of the weed plays into that too, because it's real easy to just fall into this loop of thinking like, oh, I'm doing everything possible to get somewhere. You're not. And I told myself that before, like, oh, I'm really doing this, and you're doing the same exact thing over and over. But you've done it so many times, you think that it's a new output of effort. There's a new, you're not fighting it, you know? You're not fighting to get that spark back. I'm very high energy to the point where it's like I gotta attack some shit first so that it can clear out of my mind. If I don't, I know I half-assed it. So I don't know, man. I got my spark back. Yeah. But I had to fight for this shit, you know? And it's not just like, you can just gonna sit around and wait, and then it all comes back and hits you. Like, no, get busy fighting, doing some other shit to get to the point where, okay, yeah, I have all the things that I want working for me. You know, different gears are moving. I'm about to, you know, and man, people that I really care about too. Sometimes it's hard to have those conversations when it's like, damn, you gotta want it for yourself. And I'm huge on, I don't want to hear you complain about something that you can do about, like, or you can do something about. Don't complain to me and think that you're gonna find sympathy for something when you're the common denominator. If you're the common denominator in your problems, you're the problem. And it's not to say that, you know, some circumstances are tougher than others, of course. But you gotta fight. That's part of the fight. Don't just fucking accept it and then just keep on rolling and, you know, oh, I'm still in the same exact place. I told my homie, like, yo, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. And I told him there's nothing you could say to me to make me back down from that standpoint. I don't want to hear you say you still in the same place, because if you gave me the task to help you to figure out how to get out of this predicament or get out of your situation, we can get it done. And then at the end of it, I'll be able to say, I told you so, but I'll actually just win off of seeing you win. It's not about I told you so. And I told him that, like, yo, I told you. I want to see you win. That's satisfying for me. I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh yeah, nah, I got my shit together. Same thing to my little brother. I want my brothers to win, bro. I want my sisters to win. So it's like, all right, man, you can get your spark back, but you got to fight for it. I'm fighting for mine, you know? And yeah, you're just about to see a new chapter of me, a new phase of me. I'm fighting for what I want. And I feel good, you know. I got my spark back, and I'm just I'm gonna keep fighting too, you know. That's the thing, and I had to learn that too. Like, I didn't balance the fight well. I could really get into a real like creative bag and kind of this like aesthetics and, you know, how I want other people to view me, but I wasn't really fighting for the things I want, you know. And right now I'm in a new chapter of that. So more cycling coming. I'm about to buy my girl another e-bike. I'm getting my bike fixed up. I gotta get some new wheels because my brother popped them. Aaron, that's you. I thought it was just the inner tubes, but no, it's the whole wheels. Man, I got a lot of energy, and sometimes this happens to me. Certain conversations will trigger me, and then they'll give me a whole new passion, a new power for the things I want to do for myself. Because it's almost like, no, I'm gonna prove it to you, but I'm also prove it to myself to know that everything I'm doing isn't in vain, you know. So yeah, man, peace out, y'all. I'm gonna get back with y'all. I want to do a drawing video soon. Like I said, I'm about to go with my girl to Colombia tonight, and I'm about to go have some fun with some of her friends. So that's gonna be a chill time. But yeah, man, get your spark back and fight for it. You know, we gotta fight for this shit, man. It's not coming free. Like, rarely anything is for free. So peace.